Welcome to Set Free 24/7. My name is Robert, and I am so glad that you're here. Today, I just wanted to introduce you a little bit to myself and really what my intentions are behind this whole channel and what I'm trying to accomplish. It really started out about 2 or 3 months ago where I just had it on my heart like, you just got to start getting on there and just start sharing part of your story. And on December 1st, I started reading through a chapter of Proverbs a day. In prison, I started doing that. It was a chapter of Proverbs a day to keep the police away. So, what am I doing from this point forward? So, Set Free 24/7. I also have the .com for that, so it'll be setfree247.com. And really, I just want it to be a place where people can go to for a little bit of encouragement, maybe hear a little piece of my story, maybe share a piece of their story. I love talking to people about their journey and just encouraging people exactly where they're at. I have been in some really low lows in my life, and I've had some pretty good highs. And I don't think that God is done writing my story yet, and I don't think He's done writing yours. If you found this video by some odd chance or whatever, I think that God's got a plan for your life, and I think you are going to leave with just a little bit of inspiration or a little bit of hope today, and that's really my whole intention. I'm not here to try to sell you anything. I'm not going to read the Bible every day. I do have another project that I'm doing where we do read the Bible every day, so if you're interested in that, you can join me there. I'm not going to try to make you memorize Bible verses, but I do hope to introduce you to some Bible verses that you might think are worth memorizing. So this is nothing more than just a journey, a little bit about me, a little bit about my life, and hopefully a little bit of encouragement along the way. 2022 for me was 12 years of sobriety. Set Free 24/7 is all about learning how to live in the freedom one day at a time. 12 years is great, but I know people that have 20 years, 30 years, and I love hearing their wisdom. I know people that have 12 hours of sobriety, and I want to be there for them as well. And hopefully they can see some of my journey and just know that they can do it too. It just takes a little bit of sacrifice. It takes a little bit of stick-to-itiveness. Yes, that's a word. You can look it up. And so that's really all this channel is about. If you were wanting me to fast talk you into buying something, have some flashy ad for some crazy thing that I'm selling, you got the wrong channel. This is just a little bit of hope, little inspiration, having a little fun, talking about some stories. We may cry together, we may laugh together, but it's a journey, and I invite you along for every step of the way. I hope one day this is something that maybe my grandkids will see, and they'll just be able to get to know who was Papa Rob, as I'm affectionately known. So I invite you to join me. I may have my wife join in on occasion. She and I both have a heart for just walking with people on the journey to restoration. If you are trying to put things back together right now, I get it. I have done that numerous times. I have lost everything I own. I can't even count how many times I've lost everything I own. And it was by just me making stupid decisions, just knowingly putting myself in bad situations. If you're in that spot right now, I get it. I've been there. You don't have to continue to be there. It's always a choice. So this is just nothing more than encouragement to get through one more day, because there is absolute power in learning how to live one day at a time. Sometimes when we're just starting out, it's more one moment at a time, 1 minute at a time. Believe me, I've been in the 1 minute at a time spots in my life, and you can get through that. Today, it's still important for me 12 years later, still important for me to live one day at a time. And even if you're not part of recovery, right? If, let's say, you don't have an addiction to this, that, or the other, that's great. But the elements and the power of living one day at a time is still tried and true. So I invite you to just be on this journey. I appreciate everybody that's taken the time to walk the journey with Proverbs with me. I do plan on reading that once a quarter. But from this point forward, it'll really just be some stories, just some inspiration, hopefully some contemplative questions. I always love engaging with people in the comments or private messages. Don't be afraid to send me something. I'd be happy to engage with you. The thing I wanted to talk about real quick before I close today was just how important it is to make sure that somebody feels invited. Today we had a very dear friend of ours join us at church, and then we also had some new friends join us at church that my wife had recently met. And it was just so great to see them come in. It was her and I believe 4 kids, and just so good to see them come in and just for them to know that they were welcome. They could sit by us. You're welcome in our space. You're not an intrusion. Just, come. And it was just beautiful to see. So do something today maybe to make somebody feel invited or just welcomed. I know sometimes it's tough being in a new social circle. So if there's somebody that's maybe new, maybe somebody that's new at your job, I don't know who needs to hear that, but maybe that new person at the job just needs somebody to encourage them a little bit. So if that's you and you've got some new employee or somebody that just started recently, maybe just let them know how good of a job they're doing, or ask them what they like about the job best, or just get them part of the conversation. I think that would probably go a long way. So I'm going to go spend the rest of the day with my wife. I hope you have a happy Sunday and a happy 2023. What was your New Year's resolution this year? Did you have one? I don't really do the resolution thing, but I do have a New Year's word that I just really focus on for the year. And that word for me this year, I wanted it to be something else, but God kept putting another word in front of me. And that word for me is build. God has put a strong foundation in my life right now, and I kept feeling it. And now it's time to build. Now it's time to start laying other pieces to that and going out further. So that's all part of this. What is your word of the year? Have you ever done a word of the year? I would challenge you to if you haven't. It's amazing what you get when you focus on something. So make it something good. Think about your word of the year. What's going to inspire you this year? What's going to push you forward? So I hope it's a good one. I look forward to reading it in the comments. What's your word? Talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.